It is the very first day of a new month and the beginning of the Ember month. Yes, my birthday is coming soon. This year, well, what a year it has been so far. Anyway, unofficially, the countdown to the end of the year begins today. By now, we know we are used to the Wondrous Women Wednesday. Yes, Wonder Women, that's what we are. Anytime, any day. Happy New Month. Yeah, I should have started with that. Welcome to the number 100% sugar-fied edition of Wake Up Nigeria, when we women take total control of the entire show. I'm dropping bars this morning, though. If this is your first time you're joining us, let me let you know that it's quite simple. It's about us, all three beautiful women, with the right spread of deliciousness and the pinch of yummy. And you know, when we talk about yummy, there's only one yummy person, and she's in the kitchen right now, licking her lips already. There's nothing cooking, There's nothing cooking yet.
Did they say a pinch? How dare they?
Hey,
such insolence in
should be a bucket.
Start of the month. It should be a whole truckload of yummy goodness.
Not so.
Are you kidding? How are you doing, Mary?
I'm doing good. So good to see you.
So
Always
good
a pleasure
to
see
you.
you.
Why are we swooning this morning? What's with the hair?
That's true. I didn't think of it.
Trust
my
me.
gosh.
Yeah, this is so unplanned. It's such a coincidence.
Totally unplanned.
Yeah.
Trust us. Totally unplanned. Anyway, if you're still in bed, wakey, kilo shele now, we're here. You're all things bright and beautiful. Yes, and that's what we are as well. So join us as we take you on an absolute journey like no other. Every Wednesday edition is carefully put together, and there's quite a lot in store for you, as always, of course. We deliver the very best for your viewing pleasure. Nothing but top-notch family entertainment coming your way. It's all fun and games here today, and 1 hour, 45 minutes of the absolute best. So don't get restless here. We are here. Yes, enjoy our company. My name is Mary Pasha Alimi. Of course, I had a conversation just a few seconds ago with the Okoche. Okay, so remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, and that is for you to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television. Now, remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world, and that's through our mobile app that you can download from the Google Play Store or iOS. Now, we also implore you to follow us across all our social media handles, everyone that you are using, Facebook, Instagram, everything you are using. Now, for what we have lined up, let me tell you what we have for today, okay? Now, we begin with Africa's foremost relationship therapist, Dr. Tolulope Oko-Igare, also known as the Fixer, a couples therapist and professional mental health practitioner and clinical counselor with demonstrated experience in depression treatment, PTSD counseling, and dysfunctional behavioral treatment. So we're looking forward to her being on the show today. Of course, we have Ebenezer Miracle, a registered dietitian with 3 years of experience in clinical dietetics. Now, he is going to be on the show today for a discussion regarding nutrition.
All righty then. Good morning, ladies.
What happened to your voice?
Like, so you go you go this way, and then you because you cannot hit the note, so you try to manage it.
So apparently there was a memo for short hair,
right?
Shoulder,
right.
And then Titi missed the memo.
I did.
But I have to say, both of you are looking amazing.
So are you. Your dress is lovely. It's all Christmassy. Is it because we are in Ember month?
Yes, so we have to start celebrating the fact that we made it this far. Like really. Because especially since the value of our currency hasn't felt as valuable since this year began. The same amount you collected for some jobs the year before and the year before that feels kind of like less and less valuable, man. Like,
Titi, this is the longest time to take certain steps. That's all I can say.
I went to the supermarket and I saw a can of sardines at almost 300 naira.
Which can of sardines? Please, where?
What brand?
No,
okay,
Joe, I'm not kidding.
I'm serious, because it's about 600 naira now.
No, yes.
I'm not kidding now.
So where are the places that
No, where now?
No, let me
I'm talking about the market. No.
You can
just send it to us on WhatsApp.
In the markets, the popular brand we grew up with is now coming wholesale 3 for 1,650. That's 550 naira each. So the shelf price will definitely be around 700.
So you people have been buying that brand that we used to use back in the day?
Yes, now.
Hell no. I'm buying one of those new brands that you don't really
those ones
remember
like
the name.
350 you can get in wholesale.
Yeah.
Yes, you buy a carton for about 70.
Wow. Give me, I'm the plug me up.
I'm definitely the plug at this point.
Plug me in.
But it was a concern because I was not thinking about the fact that sometimes the kids would just say, oh, they want bread and sardine. They will just go and they'll open it themselves and they'll take it. And then you're like, wait. Let's split it.
I also think that this is the time to start to patronize local brands.
Yeah, well,
when you say local brands, are they not the same local brands?
No. I mean, there are local brands. I'm talking in terms of edibles, in terms of things that we can consume.
Yeah.
Local brands are quite affordable now.
Like
I mean, if you're to compare the price of the, foreign peanut butter now
to
the local one.
Okay,
Do you understand? So, I mean,
you have to
go for their options. So just go for the one that suits your pocket, the one that your pockets can.
Yeah, they're all expensive. It's ridiculous. You go to the market, you want to buy certain things. As I said, this is the wrongest time to take certain steps because when you go to the market to buy some items that even just 2 years ago cost 1 kobo, you get more like
one that even drives me nuts.
Let's save this rant for later because apparently it seems like we have so much to talk about. But hey, let's check out what the weather forecast is about this morning.
It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria, and my name is Titilayo Oyinson. We begin in Borno State, where 43 persons have died of cholera, with 559 suspected cases, causing the state government to declare a disease outbreak. The State Commissioner for Health, Juliana Bitrus, said the cases and deaths were reported across 7 local council areas. She also attributed the cause of the outbreak to poor hygiene practices by the people of the affected areas, as well as overcrowded structures of IDP camps. Akeredolu.
Despite decrease in number of cases across the state, however, as we are still in the season, there is need to step up responses across the state. And with this, all stakeholders are to play appropriate roles and ensure the situation is put under control. Lives lost must be minimized and be brought to zero level.
Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has signed into law the anti-grazing bill passed by the State House of Assembly. This was confirmed in a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo. He said the move is in line with the resolution of the Southern Governors Forum at its last meeting in Lagos, where September 1st was set as deadline for governors in southern Nigeria to sign the anti-open grazing bill into law. The statement reads, "This is worthwhile and a very laudable development aimed at stemming needless instances of skirmishes, conflicts, as well as infractions on the peaceful disposition of the good people of Ondo State." The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has cancelled general cutoff marks for admission into tertiary institutions. The institutions are now to set their individual minimum benchmarks for admission. The board took the decision at the 2021 policy meeting, which held in Abuja, and where all participants resolved to adhere to the benchmark proposed to the board. Speaking during the meeting, the registrar of the board, Ishak Oloyede, also disclosed that for 2021-2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, the board is introducing 2 new subjects, computer studies and physical and health education.
Policy guideline for 2021 exercise is as approved by the policy meeting and the directive of the Honorable Minister of Education, 2 of which shall be formally communicated to the institution within 2 weeks after the policy meeting, that is, within 2 weeks from today.
We have discovered that some institutions still illegally admitted candidates outside CAPS. we consider such an act as a direct affront on the system, and appropriate sanctions shall be applied to those found to have been involved in this disruptive act. Similarly, any institution that issued admission letters to candidates outside CAPS and the official letters that are issued by JAMB will be punished for such gross indiscipline and fraud.
Welcome back. Wake Up Nigeria continues now with the headlines in the dailies. Today is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. Starting with the Daily Independent this morning, and it says here, Buhari backs Buni as forces ask him to quit as chairman. Stakeholders want Tinubu to speak out. Page 4 has more on that. At the top of the page there, Mazari orders closure of major roads in Katsina to tackle banditry, bans lorries from moving cattle to other states. Meanwhile, Nigeria attracts $10.1 billion foreign investments in 6 months, according to Minister. Says country's economy getting stronger. Let's see what else we have here. Beside the photo story, we have Labour kicks ahead, planned electricity tariff increase. CBN asks banks to publish names, BVNs, of forex policy defaulters. Ports congestion. Reps accuse customs of creating 18 illegal seats. And on the 2021 UTME, varsities, polys, COEs at liberty to set cutoff marks, according to JAMB. May prosecute institutions that violate central admission guidelines. Let's see, I'll wrap it with this. Telcos lose revenue to slow deployment of 3G and 4G. And that's what we have on the cover of the Daily Independent. We also have the Punch newspaper with us here as well. Major headline goes like this. Compulsory vaccination. NMA, Johesu, kick as federal government threatens sanction. You can't force people, enlighten them. NMA health workers advise federal government. Court stops Edo. And people who reject vaccine endangering others. Rules will be applied, say the MPH CDA boss. Beside the masthead there, reps summon customs port extortion, dwindling revenue, and domestic cargo movement drops by 15%. Meanwhile, at the top of the page, 6 million electricity customers still unmetered amid federal government schemes. On open grazing, Lagos Delta Cross River bills pending as deadline ends today. And Pengasan blames rising cooking gas price on Forex. I'll wrap it with this. Out-of-school children, federal government not responsible, says Oshibajo. Page 18 has more on that. Now, let's see. 6 Tucano jets cost almost $500 million, say the United States envoy. And it also says here, PDP leaders visit Jonathan, beg ex-president to stay. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch. We're going straight for fitness after these headlines.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's jump right into it.
Straight.
We don't have so much.
So a lot has been trending lately, and there's a particular issue that has refused to stop trending. It started like a regular gist, and then people just keep jumping on it. So we figured we might as well talk about it. It has to do with, the most recent was Dr. Freeze's post, talking about how, as a man, you should not buy your mother a car if your pregnant wife is still on the streets.
So that word on the streets, does that mean she's taking public transportation?
Yes, jumping bike and she's pregnant, and then you're buying a car for your mom.
Yeah, so, man, dynamics between men and their mothers are so delicate. You can hardly say anything against or about in any context about a guy's mom without him feeling some kind of way. But to be honest, I feel like the way he treats his mom is how he's going to treat you in future. So if, for instance, his mom is still on the road taking transport, man, your own journey is going to be a little longer. That's how I feel. I feel like he's going to take care of his mom first before you.
Yeah, but you haven't said any.
You've not said your opinion about this.
Is it okay that his mom should have a car while his wife doesn't?
For now,
Pregnant
it's
wife.
a for now. It's like it's a process. Men build themselves, but the truth is, once his mom is settled, he will now be able to focus on you. That's my opinion.
But you guys are married. You have a
Yeah.
child. So me, I'm trying to play the devil's advocate because my own angle is quite different.
I feel he should look after his mom first. That's me. I feel how he looks after his
You,
mom.
am I not the one that brought the matter?
No.
Come on, talk. Why you feel like moderator? Is this your view? Let's hear your opinion, Joe. Yeah. But they...
Okay, well, I think I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it, to be honest, because I feel that, like what Titi said, how he treats his mother is how he's going to treat you.
Not exactly.
Which is one of the criteria for that I used when picking, when I was going to get married.
Yeah.
You get, because I believe that the way men treat their mothers is how they're going to treat you. Anyway, back to the issue here. I believe that if you have to take,
Why don't you want to say it? Just say it.
No, let's leave her. You know what I mean? The drama must be complete. Okay,
yeah,
we are
so,
listening.
yeah, your wife is pregnant. Your mom has a car. Give your wife your own car.
Bam.
Yes.
That's it. Unless he
sense.
doesn't have a car. Because
makes
from
sense.
the way the whole thing was painted, it seems to me that they did not have a car.
Yeah.
And then you're buying your
And
mother
then he
a
now
car.
bought his mom a car.
Okay, so if you're buying a mom a car, why are you getting married?
Okay.
Wow.
Yes, because I feel that you have to be... Yes, so I am of that school of thought when people say that, yes...
I've not finished taking care of my mom.
Yes, you now have to... You want to take care of a family. I feel like you have to be able to take care of your own family. That is... Before you get married, before you're, capable, or before you are, because it's marriage it requires a lot of stability, emotional stability, physical stability, financial stability, like stability in every area.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I feel that you have to be at that place, maybe not like 100% there, but you have to be like past halfway there to be able to.
So there's something you said that has
family.
been, I don't know, it's been hitting me in a very funny way. Number one, there are men who don't treat their wives the way they treat their moms. Let's get it clear. In fact,
for me,
many men don't treat their wives the way some men treat their wives better. Some men treat their wives like they are nothing. So let's establish that fact.
Okay.
So don't use the
true.
way a man treats his mother to judge him. Judge him by the way he treats you and the way you understand him to be.
Well,
because you can't even judge people. People always change.
Plays a role.
My dear, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work that way.
But
I know someone... I want to just quickly say my own on this. Because my own angle is different. Times have changed. As a woman, you should have a job. You should be able to buy your own car.
Mary.
Actually,
that was going.
When I first heard this thing, my thought was, is it that the woman can't get a car of her own? Why will you be trying to compare yourself? No, wait. Why will you be trying to compare yourself with...
Are you guys joking?
I'm not joking.
No.
Wait, let me finish. I allowed you guys to talk.
Sorry.
When you were getting married, yes, the man, you are his responsibility. But his mother... Do you know what his mother has gone through to raise him?
Yes, sir.
See, as far as I'm concerned, I will do anything for my mother. And because I will do anything for my mother, I will not stop my man from doing anything for his mother either. That's my own opinion.
It's a
two-way street.
It's a sense of entitlement on the woman's
No, it's
part.
not entitlement. She's actually entitled to it.
She
but
is.
I'm like, you don't compare yourself to your husband.
If you have your own money, all right, get your own
mom.
car.
At this point,
Everybody don't lie here.
We want to hear your thoughts, you watching at home.
Yes, we want to hear your thoughts.
So please, comment and
Facebook,
tag us on all our
Instagram,
social media platforms at TVC Connect. We'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yes.
Would you rather the mother has her car while the pregnant wife is still taking public transport?
He will look for money for
Or would you
Uber.
rather he gets a car for his wife while the mother takes public transport? On that note, we'll have to go on a quick break, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Welcome to the kitchen, people. It's Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Anolu Akbo. Hello.
Good morning.
We have missed you. Maybe I have missed you, actually, because I know you've been here doing your thing. And tomorrow, you've got a piece of yourself, once again, in your recipe. And this morning, you're making fruit custard, right?
Yes.
I've not heard of that before.
Okay.
But you just go ahead and tell us how we are going to prepare this breakfast this morning. Let's talk about the ingredients first of all.
All right. So this morning I'm going to be using custard, which is our major ingredients: milk, sugar, banana, English pear, apples, and granules.
And of course, we have our milk and our sugar on your screen right there, the ingredients, people. If you need to get a pen and a paper and scribble them down, you should do that now. Now, the bananas and apples, are we chopping them? Are we slicing them? Are we making them into a smoothie?
No,
where does it come into this custard?
At the end of the custard.
Oh, like a garnish.
Yes. So we're just going to mix it together.
Okay, this is more like a custard parfait. Oh, so you're just adding a bit of twist to it. And then for our nuts, what are we doing with that? Are we also
the same thing?
We're just going to
oh,
yes. Okay. So just the regular way of making your custard, but just in case, so you don't know how to make custard. Anu, oh yeah.
All right. So I'm going to, instead of using hot water, I would use hot milk.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have to heat up our water first?
No. I would just boil the milk.
Oh, okay. Okay. You need me to put that on for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's check that. If you're just joining us this morning with me is Chef Anu Luakpo, and this morning we are making fruit custard. Yes, and so this is just basically adding a twist to your regular custard that you have for breakfast every day. And it's a healthy kind of breakfast, right? I mean, because you have like fruit, you have bananas, you have apples. And what does the doctor say about taking apples a day? They keep the doctors away. Yes. So apples are very healthy. I mean, you cannot even quantify the amount of nutrients and health benefits it actually has to your body, and most of all, they are immune boosters. And then you have your English pear. I know someone right now is like, English pears are quite expensive. I know, compared to the regular apples. They are quite a special species, and they're quite pricey. But I think you could just do with the apples, right? You don't. If you can do like pears. And bananas are very affordable now. They're everywhere. But maybe not really. But it depends. Is it the Igbo one is quite pricey?
But the price has come down. Actually.
It has, right? Because I hear people say, oh, there's the Igbo banana and then there's the Yoruba banana.
Yes,
I really don't know why they have to put like ethnicity into it. But it's all right.
Look and size.
Yeah,
so the Yoruba ones are those very short
ones, fat ones. Yeah, and then I'm not exactly sure which is this, but then. Okay, so now we're just going to heat up our milk, right?
Yes.
And then when that's ready, what goes in next?
Then I would add sugar to it.
Okay.
To the milk on fire. Then the custard.
Okay, great. So now I'm thinking, I'm not really a fan of custard, to be honest. So I'm thinking, can I actually try this with pap?
Yes.
That's your regular ogi.
Anything, pap, oats, oats, anything.
Oh, yes, I know with oats you can actually do this, but with pap, oh, I love pap, by the way.
Okay.
I love pap. That, especially the ones with, ginger in it. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So now we're going to add in our milk, and then we're going to wait for our milk to come to a boil, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when that is ready, what do we do with our custard?
The custard, then I would add it when the milk is already boiled.
Are we going to dissolve the custard in water?
I will.
Okay.
I will do that now.
Okay. There's a trick to making custard and pap. Growing up. Not even growing up. I think I'd already even become an adult. Even till now, I think it's still a bit of a...
It's still the same thing, like dissolving it.
No, it's not. It's the making. So you keep, Anyways, please, you're going to teach me how to make this custard today. So I'm going to pay rapt attention to it. All right, guys. All right. I'm still on nutrition here in the kitchen. We're moving over to the couch now with Mary. Hey, Mary.
For a moment, I thought you wanted to do nutrition in the kitchen. I was like, oh, great, I can take a walk.
Hey, as we have fruits here now, it's nutrition.
All right, to do nutrition with us this morning is Ebenezer Miracle. He is a registered dietitian with 3 years of experience in clinical dietetics. He's a very enthusiastic and highly competent dietitian with a track record of helping clients achieve their set dietary and health goals. Now, today, we will be talking about diabetes, right?
Yes,
Causes of diabetes.
Yes,
okay, so let's hit the ground running.
Okay, first of all, diabetes is a spike in your blood sugar because of two factors. Is either there is no insulin at all, or the insulin in your circulation is actually not sufficient to help move the sugar to other cells that needs it. So that's what happens in diabetes, like a pathophysiology of diabetes. Now, the major cause for diabetes is really not known, but there are so many risk factors around it. One very important...
The major cause is not known?
Not known, okay, like per se. Yes, but one very important risk factor people should know about diabetes is obesity. So if you have a higher BMI than 30, and above, you are actually at very, very huge risk of getting diabetes. Wow. Because what happens in obesity is that there's too much fat in different tissues, and when that happens, there's a high amount of inflammation. And when that happens, it can affect the cells that actually produce insulin for that, yes. So that is the major thing that increases the risk factor
obesity.
for diabetes.
Okay, let's talk about another factor.
Another factor, most times, is it's mostly hereditary. So if someone's parents had diabetes, there's almost every tendency for you to have diabetes if you don't check your lifestyle. If you don't put a check on your lifestyle or your dietary patterns, there's every tendency that you're also going to have.
So if you're aware of your medical history, especially regarding diabetes,
yes,
as long as you're able to manage it from childhood,
exactly,
you can actually avoid
yes. Totally.
Suffering from it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so what else?
Those are the two things majorly. There are other factors that are majorly medical terms.
Medical. Now let's talk about the regular ones.
The regular ones.
So we keep hearing that sugar, consuming too much sugar causes diabetes. How true is that?
That is absolutely not true.
What?
It's not true at all. Because consuming too much sugar wouldn't cause diabetes at all. It's because you continue to consume sugar. Nobody that takes more than... Nobody can take a cup of sugar in a whole day. It's not possible. When I mean sugar, I mean refined sugar, because there's actually sugar, different types of sugar. There's a complex and a simple one also. But consuming sugar doesn't cause diabetes. Nobody wants to actually take a cup of sugar in a day. The highest amount of sugar somebody might take in a day might be like 3 to 4 spoons, and that's not possible for you to get diabetes. It's not possible.
Yeah, but we can get it from certain drinks. That's why we talk about sugar content.
Exactly.
From certain snacks, loads of sugar. Sweet tooth thingy,
Yeah, true that. The main truth is that there's no food actually that you wouldn't see sugar, carbs per se, unless you just want to be drinking oil and be eating egg. Yeah, so that's just the thing. Unless you want to be drinking oil, be eating eggs, be eating just fish and that. But if you're taking vegetables, there's an amount of carbohydrate, even beans, anything. So that's the thing. So we can't totally run away from it. So that the cause of diabetes is not the consumption of sugar at all. Yes, it's not consumption of sugar.
There's also the factor of the sweeteners, which people don't really talk about. When you talk about, when you buy a drink, for example, and you're told, it's low sugar.
But it contains...
But then it contains sweeteners.
Sweetener.
Do the sweeteners have any
about the sweeteners, the researches and studies have actually showed that taking sweeteners would not spike your blood sugar as the normal refined sugar would do. But on a long run, what happens with sweetener is that they change your taste bud. Because normal sweetener is actually 10 times sweeter than normal sugar itself. So what happens is if you continue using them, they might just change your taste bud. And when you taste sugar, it might not be as sweet as it should be to you.
What?
So you actually now start taking more
of sweeteners than sugar.
Yes, exactly. So that's what happens. Not like you're going to take sweeteners and if you take it too much, it's going to actually spike your blood sugar per se. It will not really spike your blood sugar like it should be.
If someone is aware of the hereditary status of their, of diabetes, or say for example they know quite well that their BMI is high, but they haven't been diagnosed of diabetes, in what ways can they actually prevent contracting it?
Okay, it's a total lifestyle modification aspect. Yes, you just have to modify your lifestyle.
When you say modify, what do you mean?
When I say modify, is some people don't actually do exercises at all.
So exercises are
very, very important, because with exercises you cut down your weight. And like I said before, obesity is one major risk factor for diabetes. So with exercises, you cut down your weight. With your dietary patterns, actually, you can cut down your weight. Some people actually smoke, some people drink, some people take highly processed foods, maybe highly processed carbs, highly processed meats. And also with those factors around, if you just modify them and come back to taking the normal, healthy kind of options, do exercise like you're supposed to do, that's what I mean by lifestyle modification.
So I'm actually aware of a particular situation where this young lady was born diabetic. Like, after, after her birth and all, almost within her first year, she was already on insulin, and it's been like that for her throughout her life.
Yes.
And she doesn't have, when her mom was asked, the whole clicking thing, her mom wasn't diabetic, her grandmom wasn't diabetic, her great-grandmom was still alive then, wasn't diabetic. And then the question was, how did that happen from birth?
Okay. There are 2 types of diabetes. There are actually more than 2 types, but for diabetes mellitus, there are 2 types. There's a type 1 diabetes
and type 2.
Type 2 diabetes.
Yes.
There's gestational and other ones.
I would like you to even define the type 1 and type 2, but let's finish with this.
Okay, for the type 1, let me just define it immediately. So for the type 1, that I said, remember I said something like, it's either there is no insulin at all, or there is no sufficient insulin. So the type 1 is the one that there's no insulin. That person is going to be dependent on insulin for the whole lifespan of the person. And it's called an autoimmune disease. What happens is that your immune system starts to attack themselves. So you can start from any time. You can start from 6 months of birth. You can start from 1 year of birth. And it's mostly juvenile. It mostly starts from a smaller age. Then the person
and
will
there's
just
nothing that can be done about it.
There's really nothing that can be done about it. The person who has to be on insulin throughout the person's life.
What about type 2?
The type 2 is the normal one that might not be insulin dependent, but you can just use oral drugs. You can actually live lifestyle modifications and dietary patterns.
But is there something a mother can do to prevent that?
There's really nothing. There's really nothing.
So there's nothing you can do to help?
Autoimmune deficiencies, autoimmune disease that it affects your immune systems totally. Yes. So because most mothers, most times they take every measures to make sure they are very, very healthy during pregnancy, and most times they give birth and it might just be a little bit problem with the child, and also it's an autoimmune something.
So it's usually a case of, okay, there was nothing to be done about it, and the child has to live with it for the rest of
So this is what Nigerians term as village people.
Yes,
exactly.
Because would you believe that was what I was thinking in my head? I heard village people. And I was like, okay, no, I'm speaking with a medical practitioner. We should, act like we're talking science, of course. But really, it's a very scary thing to
it's a scary thing, but it can be managed. It can be managed. You just need to teach the child and tell the child it's not a death sentence. And you just need to tell the child that this is how you are going to live, and you just need to know how to administer the insulin to yourself, know how to use your diet and your lifestyle and everything. That's just a thing.
Okay. Well, you've heard Dr. Ebenezer Miracle, especially for those who are wondering at how come I'm diabetic, I don't deserve it, I didn't do anything wrong, my lifestyle is good. It does happen, and there are ways you can actually manage it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will take this break. Wake Up Nigeria continues in a bit. Stay with us.
Wow. 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 That's the only word that can describe that feature. Well done to all the content creators all around the world. You guys are doing amazingly well. Like, you have no idea. Anyways, welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. And yes, with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Anolu Akbo.
Thank you.
Why are you being so modest? Well, this morning she's making fruit custard, yes. And let's talk about the ingredients, Chef Anu. Over to you.
So we have English pear, apples, ground nuts, banana. We used our milk, sugar, and custard.
Yes. And if you're wondering, where is the milk, custard, and sugar? I can't see it here on the table. Well, it's there in the pot at the moment. It's cooking, right?
Yes.
So let's just take us through the process and where we're at right now.
Okay, so it's just basically making custard with milk and sugar, then using our fruits and nuts as garnishing.
So it's more like a custard buffet, right?
Yes.
Great. Fantastic. Take us through the process for the custard, for the benefit of those who don't know how to make custard, like me.
Okay, so the custard was dissolved in water. Then I had already boiled the milk. Yes, then I poured the dissolved custard into the
milk.
Boiled
into the
milk.
Hot milk.
Yes, the hot milk.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for it to cook a little more, and then we would see what's that like. And then I see here that you have water in a pot.
Yes, I want to add it. The custard is thick, so I just want to add the
custard
water
to the hot water.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now let's talk about some of the amazing benefits of our fruits here on the table. It's interesting to note that some of these fruits have one similar benefit, and that is they're very good for your health, and they're good for your heart. They help to maintain your blood sugar, especially. And if you're looking to, Well, apples are here, bananas are here. Some of these fruits actually help to lose some of that weight. Yeah, and then, of course, we have our granules here. And yes, so custard will be served in a bit. We're just going to wait for that custard, to, heat up a little bit more, and then we'll get it started. So the interesting and the twist to this is the fact that you could actually do this. You could actually, for the fruits, you could actually use them on any cereal. You can use them on your oatmeal. You can use them with your pap. I love pap. I'm not much of a custard lover, but hey, go ahead. If you love custard, why not splurge? Fruits are quite affordable right now, so please go ahead and enjoy. Well, custard will be served. Breakfast will be served in a bit, but we have the next 45 minutes, and what you're about to see will blow your mind. Stay with us, people. We'll be right back.
Good to know you're still watching. Now, if the first hour wasn't magical, I guess there's even a bigger name to call it. Welcome back, and it's the second lap of your #1 breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried. Well, you've actually been planted. That's the way you should think of it. Planted for amazing things. And talking about amazing things, we still have 45 minutes left. And we promise that every single minute would keep you on your sit up. And let me give you a fair warning, okay? We are extremely addictive. We operate on a different spectrum. And so you need to go the extra mile with us. Today, it's never crowded there. And stay and follow us through this edition of our Wonder Women Wednesday. And talking about wonderful things, I'm actually wondering what the result of what's happening in the kitchen would be. I know MM is on standby with Chef Anu Oluwapo. How are you guys doing?
Chef Anu, how are we doing?
Fine.
MM, are you not in the kitchen there?
No, I would just like Chef Anu to, take this one. Seems like I've been, talking too much. So I want her to please tell us how far with breakfast. How is it going?
Yes, it's almost done.
Okay, great.
Okay, since we've been told we can take as much sugar as we can just put in 2 more. Okay, well, there's still so much to come on the show, so we won't take too much of your time, even if you're probably going to go overboard with the sugar this morning. God help us. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Now, remember, you can use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television. And now you remember, you can also watch us live from absolutely anywhere across the world. And that's through our mobile app that you can download from the Google Play Store or iOS, okay? We also implore you to follow us across all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, at TVC Connect. And let's tell you what's left in the next 45 minutes. Dr. Tolulokpe Okoigaire, a relationship therapist, will be on the show today. We can't wait to have the conversation. It promises to be really interesting. Attachment styles and how it affects relationships.
So, attachment styles.
Yes, it's funny you'd say attachment styles. We're talking about something interesting that occurred some weeks back about how a man and a woman got married. 3 months later,
they got divorced.
They got separated. You remember the story, right?
Yeah. So, I don't even know if they would just call that an annulment at that point, but I think if they found out that quickly that it was not going to work, I think, because of the way the world is now, it's better that they just separate.
The reason they gave
quickly
was the problem.
What?
Okay, it had to do with the woman's education.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it had to do with the woman's education. Apparently, before marriage, they met and got married within a month. And so the woman said, she would love to, further her education. And then they get married, and the man is like, I said it's okay with me. You can further your education. Yeah. She now said, yeah, but who is going to pay for it? And the guy is like, I said you can further it, but can't your family pay for it? And the family goes, she's your responsibility now. You guys are married. And in a way, it's kind of linked to what we talked about earlier. We talked about the card thing, and now we're talking about this, and we're like, okay, so which one is the responsibility and which one isn't?
Okay, I just wanted to say something really quick. Back during the coffee gist, I was going to say that you guys were talking about women. So there's nothing wrong with a woman not being financially stable. But if it's not in your power, and you just want to just relax for a man to take care of you, please, relax.
Oh, my
Don't allow anybody pressure you.
Are you kidding? Let me just say that I second in this one.
Yes,
it's the truth.
Yes,
Look, everybody has their own. Yes.
Independence.
If you cannot do it, stop wasting money. Some women would invest in businesses they can't do.
Are you kidding me right
now?
Are you kidding me?
Simple.
So you can't take charge of your own education. You can't. Man, I bought 2 cars before I met any man.
And see, if
it's not about the man. It's not about the
it
man.
worked for you does not mean it worked for everybody.
Please, if
let's go on a break.
If you can, yes. If you can't, let's just go for facts.
Please.
This one will not accept.
Make your own money.
Make your money and enjoy if you have somebody that wants you to enjoy. Simple.
Wow.
Can we move on?
And it's time now for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And we begin in Borno State, where 43 persons have died of cholera, with 559 suspected cases causing the state government to declare a disease outbreak. The State Commissioner for Health, Juliana Bitrus, said the cases and deaths were reported across 7 local council areas. She also attributed the cause of the outbreak to poor hygiene practices by the people of the affected areas, as well as overcrowded structures of the IDP camps.
Despite decrease in number of cases across the state, however, as we are still in the season, there is need to step up responses across the state. And with this, all stakeholders are to play appropriate roles and ensure the situation is put under control. Lives lost must be minimized and be brought to 0 level.
Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu has signed into law the anti-grazing bill passed by the State House of Assembly. This was confirmed in a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Donald Ojogo. He said the move is in line with the resolution of the Southern Governors Forum at its last meeting in Lagos, where September 1st was set as the deadline for the governors in the southern Nigeria to sign the anti-open grazing bill into law. The statement reads, "This is worthwhile and a very laudable development aimed at stemming needless instances of skirmishes, conflicts, as well as infractions on the peaceful disposition of the good people of Ondo State." The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has cancelled general cutoff marks for admission into tertiary institutions. The institutions are now to set their own individual minimum benchmarks for admission. The board took the decision at the 2021 policy meeting, which held in Abuja, where all participants resolved to adhere to the benchmark proposed to the board. Speaking during the meeting, the registrar of the board, Ishak Oloyede, also disclosed that for 2021-2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, the board is introducing 2 new subjects, computer studies and physical and health education.
A policy guideline for 2021 exercise is as approved by the policy meeting and the directive of the Honorable Minister of Education, 2 of which shall be formally communicated to the institution within 2 weeks after the policy meeting. That is, within 2 weeks from today.
We have discovered that some institutions still illegally admitted candidates outside CAPS. We consider such an act as a direct affront on the system, and appropriate sanctions shall be applied to those found to have been involved in this disruptive act. Similarly, any institution that issued admission letters to candidates outside CAPS and the official letters that are issued by JAMB will be punished for such gross indiscipline and fraud.
And that's all we have time for on the news, but it's time for sports. Mary, it's all yours.
All right. Well done, Yinks. Beautiful rendition there. Loved it, loved it, loved it. All right. Now it's time to see your social media comments, read your social media comments, of course. What are you guys been saying? Okay, remember during our coffee gist on our What's Up and About segment with Miriam and Titi, we asked a question. Let's see. Do you remember what the question was? Okay, so we had a very interesting conversation. Should a guy buy a car for his mother while his pregnant wife still takes public transport, and we asked for you to share your comments. So right now, I'll be going through those comments right now. So let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Quickly. Okay, let's see. Still trying to get those comments in. Give me a minute. All right. Okay, sorry. This is acting up right now. It's a really bad timing, but let's see. Okay, anyways, we have some comments here about Oyin Koninsola's rendition. So let's hear it. Amazing performance here by Hilda Amaka Fingesi. Yes, so she's saying that she enjoyed the performance and she's telling Oyin Koninsola, well done. Thank you very much. So now back to our earlier question that we asked. Godwin Funom Emmanuel here is saying, it depends on the situation. If, for example, the man's mom really made him who he is today, he should buy for her. But if he has to talk to his wife first before doing that, if he doesn't discuss that with his wife, it will cause a problem. And you know how ladies get jealous. But I have a question for you ladies. If your husband buys your mom a car before buying for you, will you complain? Well, all right. Well, moving on. Sixtus Egbo here is saying, wonderful discussion. My mom should be the first I buy a car for. No matter the love I have for my wife, my mom should be the first, and I don't want nothing attached to it. Okay. Anyways, moving on, we have Theresa Bisola Amejo here. She's saying, my opinion is that who I feel needs the car more gets it first. Someone must need it more. It shouldn't be about competition. And we have more comments coming in here. Ayodele Ayola Odeyemi saying, it's wrong to compare your wife and your mother. Each of them occupies a different and incomparable space in the life of a man. So take care of your mother in her own space and take care of your wife in her own space. Let your wife be your wife and let your mother be your mother. Gifting a car will depend on who really needs it, which most certainly means his wife. All right, so here we have Remy Odu. For the man to buy a car for his mother, it means there is a car already in that family. So buying a car for his mother based on who needs it the most should not be a problem. It's not a competition. Okay, please keep those comments coming in, guys. We're enjoying your comments. Please keep them coming in. And here we have Fumbi Akiola. She's saying, heavily pregnant wife. Yes, so heavily pregnant wife. Okay. And here we have our Ture Clever, my wife. Of course, he's going to pick his wife. If he's going to buy a car for anyone, his mother or his wife, he's definitely going to pick his wife. So if you're just joining us and you're wondering what's going on here, well, we asked a question earlier on our What's Up and About segment. We asked, if you're a man and you had to buy a car for your mother or your pregnant wife, who would it be? Who would you buy the car for, your mother or your pregnant wife? Anyways, hit us up on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. We have to go on a quick break now. Relationship is up next. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome back. It's time for us to have a conversation with one of our friends sent to us from Lush Hair. Now, his name is Isong Riches. Now, he's a high fashion hairstylist and someone who has taken hairstyling to another level for both ladies and gents. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, see how chilling this guy looks. You won't know that if you throw a scissors and a comb in his hand, he's going to cut up a storm. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us today.
Thank you.
All right, so you need to tell us about your journey into hairstyling. Before you started doing hairstyling for music videos, for high fashion photo shoots, what were you doing?
I was doing regular hair making in the salon. But
Where?
Magodo here.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I had this passion of like doing something artistic with hair and creating. I just had a dream of I could put big hair on somebody just for pictures and videos and it not falling off and all.
It not falling off. I like that. It not falling off. You are into the big hair and very long hair. I've seen a lot of long hairstyles. Doesn't it get daunting when you think of the time and effort that you have to put into all these hairstyles?
I enjoy doing it probably. That's why.
Yeah. So what's the craziest hairstyle you've ever done? Can you describe it for us?
The craziest hairstyle, okay, that should be me using
What did you use?
I had to use rough attachments and some cane.
Oh, canes. Like canes that they use in school to flog it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to create it for a look for a video shoot.
Okay. So what did you do with the cane? You put the cane into the hair?
Yeah, I made it like a little basket. Then I had to wrap with a rough attachment.
And you put it on someone's head?
Yeah.
And the person had to sit down for how long now?
Funny enough, it wasn't so long.
Okay.
I have extra hands that assist me a while, so it's fast because of time.
But where did the ideas come from? Because they're not just everyday hairstyles I see on your page on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's Hair by Riches. I've seen so many really crazy, unique looks. Do you go online? Do you have anyone that inspires you?
Yeah, I go online mostly. I have then I have some blogs online on Instagram too.
Okay.
I look up just for inspirations, and I imagine.
Okay.
Some also.
Your imagination, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine some also.
So over time, men started doing their hair, right?
Yeah.
And it started evolving into something that's now expected to see on music videos and things like that. But what's your opinion on this? Do you think men should start braiding their hair to the office?
Yeah, I mean.
What?
I think so. It's not a bad idea. Men braid their hair to the office.
Okay.
It just gives them a bit of style. I don't think because they work in the office they should look so strict or stiff.
I'm thinking about, our friends at Lush Hair now. Their products, when they came out into the market, people were trying to understand why they were unique. Can you talk to us about how you've used their products?
Yeah, using their product, I think what has been unique about them that have differentiated them from other brands is the quality.
Okay.
They've worked so hard on the quality of their products, and they've made it affordable.
So this is your go-to product, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, but what is the most interesting thing you've been able to achieve with Lush Hair?
Basic, especially this attachment.
Yeah.
The attachment. I've been able to use it in creating, because the kind of hairstyles I create most times when using regular attachments, it tangles. I've been able to use it in different ways without it having to tangle. It's really tangle free and.
I have to ask, what is the next level for Hair by Riches? What are you planning to do next that's going to blow everybody's mind?
Okay, I have some stuff I'm planning to do next, but then I want it
what?
To be I want it to be a surprise.
Okay. So I'm just trying to imagine how it feels to be behind the scenes on some music videos. You're working with some ladies, sometimes they're scantily clothed. It doesn't affect you at all? Does it ever affect you?
Why did I get this question all the time? But then, it doesn't affect me. It's work now.
Okay.
I'm just here to do my job.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. But now, obviously, costuming and colors, all a part of it. Yeah. But how much of your input goes into all those looks? Is it that, the clients or the people that you're working with tell you what they want, or you are the one that suggests the new styles?
It depends on the client. People differ with what they want. Some people this is what I want, the outfit, the hair, the makeup, how they want their makeup to look. It's my own position to advise. Okay, that hair you're going for this outfit might not really work. Why don't you try something like this? Some people, okay. Some, no, I want that.
Okay. All right. I can't wait to see what you're working on next. Honestly, I really can't wait. But I don't know, man. Some of those styles, I don't think they're... So has anybody ever asked you about the fact that your hairstyles can't go on normal high streets? Or is it that they're too exotic? You know what? As we're going to the kitchen to find out what's happening over there, I'm going to let you ruminate on that and talk to my girl, MM, in the kitchen at this point. MM, I believe you guys are set for us?
Yes, we are.
We are.
Titi,
all right.
yes, we are.
Isong,
welcome to the kitchen. Isong, please
Please join us.
make your way here. All right. Please have a seat.
Have a seat.
Welcome to our kitchen.
Thank you very much.
And this morning, this is Chef Anolu Akwan. This morning, she's made for you fruity custard.
Okay.
Ever had custard
It looks exotic,
parfait?
doesn't it?
It looks exotic.
It does, right? All right, great. So we'll just give this, have that, and all right, here we go. Please have a taste. Let us know what you think about it. Okay. That looks really good, Chef Anu. Well done.
Thank you.
If you're watching right now, you're wondering what's going on there? What's going on in there? We have fruits in there. We have bananas, we have apples, we have English pear, and we have granules, right?
Yes.
I can imagine you're enjoying it. So what's your verdict? You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Great.
I haven't tried something like this
This
before.
before. Great.
Okay, and with that, we say a very big thank you, not only to Chef Anolu Akwan, but to
Thank
you for watching. Sorry for always making you salivate so much. We've come to the end of today's show. Thank you so much to everyone who has contributed, and of course to the crew, and of course to Titi.
Yeah.
You're looking good. Girls, we do. I know, right? All right, with that, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. sharp. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.